Hey guys, welcome back to the next video here of our App State Dynasty season. This is a big week for us as we're continuing conference play against Marshall, who is only 2-4, so they're not very good so far this season, and we have 5 wins right now. So winning one more game will make us bowl eligible and give us a chance to be able to break those recruiting restrictions. Catching up a little bit with around the league on what's happening, the top 25 poll shows that Michigan is ranked number 1, NC State surprisingly is all the way up to number 2. Another shocker here at number 4 is Duke. Ohio State, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Clemson, USC, and Florida State round out the top 10. As I kind of speed through the rest of the top 25 to see if there are any other people that are shocking to me, it looks like UCF also made it up there at the top 25. Taking a look at our conference standings, after that big win last week against James Madison University, we're still atop the conference rankings on our side in the east of the Sun Belt. So we're just barely above Old Dominion, which we play them in a few weeks. Winning against them would be huge to cement our spot at top number 1 for the Sun Belt in the east. Taking a look at our recruiting for this past week, we have Brett Goolsby and Tim Cox coming for a visit this week. Just a couple of the lower level guys. One of them is that wide receiver, Tim Cox, which we are hoping that we can get him, but he's a little lower overall. Some of these other players that we're looking at, we're gaining pretty good on this running back, Anthony Hicks. Jamel Setzer, the safety, winning pretty solid on him as well. Should be running out most of these players here. Athlete, getting a good lead on him as well. Tim Cox is doing well. The ones that we're kind of struggling for are the two main ones I want left. Mike Mayhew, atop that list, that gem 78 overall defensive end. We're still losing 50 a week on him. We already had our visit. It's going to be pretty tough to be able to stay close enough to be able to drag him out to the offseason to steal him. Same thing with Heath Whaley. We're kind of losing points, not super fast, but that visit at week 14 is going to be potentially the nail in the coffin for us. So hopefully we'll be able to get those guys. But we did have a few more commits. Derek Banks, he is a JUCO middle linebacker. He has 85 speed and 83 finesse moves. He should be solid for a nice 1 or 2 year. And then also Antonio Perry, he's an athlete. We're going to have to figure out what position we want to play him at. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments what position you think he could be. It says that he's a cornerback is what it's projecting him as, but with 79 speed, that's just a little bit too slow for me to put him there. The coverage stats are okay. Route running is meh. But I mean, he has 88 stiff arm, which is crazy, 82 trucking. So I'm thinking some sort of offensive player, like a fullback or a running back or something. The only problem is he's 5'9", 180. So you're just going to have to let me know what you think we're going to do with this guy. So again, we'll be playing Marshall this week. They're 2-4, and we are projected to win, and we are rated better than them. Looks like there's actually quite a bit of injuries for Marshall. Their wide receiver's out for a few weeks. Their starting strong safety has a torn tricep. He's out for 3. Middle linebacker is questionable, so he might play. But their center has a foot fracture, and he's out for 8 weeks. So they already have a kind of a lower overall team, and they're hampered with injuries too. So that might be working out in our favor. So here we go, another home game here. This is the game that could potentially make us bowl eligible. So here we go on offense. Try to see if we can get that run game going with Cameron Peoples. It's a nice spin. He gets a huge hit, though, and we need to stop that. We haven't really tried a lot of these wide receiver screens in our offense. I feel like we need to try them a little bit more. Sometimes they can be very efficient. Oh, and he just hit his own offensive lineman, or else we probably would have the first. Most of the time the coach wants us to run this play. Tyler Page is pretty much wide open. So let's see what we can get out of it. And he is again. Makes a nice move, and he gets 17 yards and a first down for Tyler Page. Tyler Page has just been so up and down this year for us. He's had so many big drops that could have led to bigger plays, but sometimes he just makes the play when we need him to. And Chase Bryce is going to get the first down on a good run. For not being very fast, Chase Bryce does get some good yardage on each one of these QB scrambles. And Cameron's going to get about 3. Cameron Peoples really had just about the worst game he's had all year last week. I think that's the only game he's had so far this season that has not had 100 yards rushing. And there he gets nothing again. 3rd and 6. Let's see what we can get. That's a terrible pass. Terrible pass from Chase Bryce, and that's going to bring up a punt. So for all the recruits coming this week, they're both projected as wide receivers. So we really just need a bunch of wide receiver stats for this. Nothing really defensive in this game. And that's a nice hit, and he's going to gain 3. We had a great punt, though, that made them have it at the 5 to start this drive. I'm coming out in back-to-back heavy sets for offense here. See what they have in store for us. Next play of the game looks like it's going to be a run, and he breaks a tackle, and he's finally pushed out after almost 20 yards. I feel like most of the time when we start these games, we're always struggling with the run right out the gate. And that is a nice pass, and he's going to get almost the first. I feel like we tend to struggle quite a bit when we need to play coverage linebacker sets. We do well whenever we're rushing with our linebackers, but only the middle linebackers are good in coverage. But that is a bad pass, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 1. Big defensive play right here at the beginning of this game. Potentially expecting a run. We're going to run commit. And they are all over it. Ethan Johnson gets the TFL, and that's going to bring up a punt. So after the last drive got stalled on a 3rd and 6, it is now a time to try the next drive. So we're going to run for about 2. You have to let me know what you guys think. Do we rely too much on the run game? It seems like that's our strength, but Deshaun Davis gets a nice catch for 13. I feel like when we have the run game working, it's very powerful. It's just a matter of getting it to work, and they are all over that. They brought some pressure, and we're going to lose 2. 2nd and 12. Dropping back, has someone to throw, and he's going to get 2. He just didn't have enough turning radius. 3rd and 10, another passing down situation. See if we can hit Wells up the seam, potentially. He's got some space, and he underthrows him. He had the room, and he underthrew him. That could have been a touchdown. See if we can bring some pressure here. Expecting it to be a run, and it's a huge hit from the Lumberjack for a loss of 3. We are starting to figure out this offense. Hopefully we can continue to do that for the rest of this drive. That is a nice dump off to the flat, but they're only going to get 4. As you notice, Ron Clark is now a star player on this team. And that is a nice throw over the middle. The slant destroyed the corner. Slants have definitely been a big problem for our defense this year. And that is a nice tackle from Logan Dublin. He saved that from being a much bigger run. 2nd and 7, going to cheat the safeties up again, expecting another run, and they're going to get about nothing. Starting to figure out this run defense slowly. Our sacks have really been kind of down over the last few weeks, and that is, kind of concerning. We started off so on fire with the sacks, and almost intercepted. I don't know how we didn't get the sack there right as I just said that, but still cannot believe Nick Hampton missed that sack there. But, still, we got the ball back after the punt, so it's okay. But, oh my goodness, a huge hit. I feel like I need to give him a little bit of a breather after that one. See if we can hit Henry up the seam. Oh, and it was such a terrible pass. He was throwing it to the in route, and he got hit as he threw. Marshall's pressure has been very legit so far in this game. I've had a lot of hurried throws that have been making it kind of difficult, and we're just going to have to take that sack. There's nothing open. I couldn't even throw it away. So just a terrible turn of events after that sack. Have to punt it away. Still scoreless, 0-0, second quarter now. And a huge play. Ethan Johnson just allowed a 39-yard completion. I really feel like that could have been intercepted, but he didn't even attempt to catch that. Man coverage has not been working today. See if we can get some of this zone coverage in here. Trey Cobb is there, but Nick Hampton makes the TFL for 2-yard loss. 2nd and long. As they are going to be right there, but he fights his way for 10 yards when we hit him in the backfield. That is insane from LeBourne. 3rd and 2. We're going to run commit. And it was a good call for the run commit, as they're going to lose 5 yards. Logan Dublin in on the stop. This is for the lead for Marshall. Kick is up. And he just made that one. So just haven't had really any success on offense. Not passing, not running. We had that first drive that was pretty good at first, but then quickly stalled. Cameron Peoples had some space, but just wasn't quite fast enough to get through that hole and gets only 4. I feel like we're going to have to start throwing on second downs. Good throw to Stroman. He's going to fight and gets tackled for 14 yards. A good pass from Chase there. See if we can try a little triple option here. And we got some space with Chase, but he's just so slow. We can only get 3 out of it. Potentially try another one of those wide receiver screens. It would have worked so well last time had we not have hit the offensive lineman. And we have some space with Stroman, and he gets the first for 13. 1st and 10, going to try to go back to the run game here. Oh, and he just couldn't get through the gap, or else he would have had way more room there. Try another run here on 2nd down. Has a good amount of space, and he gets to the corner, breaks a tackle, and he's out of bounds for the first. For the longest run for Cameron Peoples today. See if we can get a nice little play action fake in here. After the good run. The route bounce, and he dropped it. Drops have been killing our drives this season. I'm hoping next year the catching rating goes up significantly, so we don't have to worry about that next year. But there's just nothing doing on that one too. We're going to lose another one. 3rd and 11. Looks like some potential man coverage here. And he just can't get it off, and he's a huge sack of 16. We just cannot be taking sacks like that. We had a guy open, but it just took too long to get him open. That's the problem. And that's a nice little pop pass, but they're only going to get 3 out of it. It's a perfect time for us to go back to man coverage for a minute there. 2nd and 7. Some motion. It is a run. We are going to run commit, and they're still going to get 5, but not enough for the first. It's going to bring them a big 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Going to have some room, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, breaks 3, and he's finally taken down for 30. He would not be denied on that run, which is throwing everybody off of him, no matter who it was. The question of what to do with this team. Another completion for 11 yards. Zone coverage, they're just picking us apart. It just only works against the run sometimes. It wouldn't be the first time that we were down 10 if they scored a touchdown here. Oh, and he got me there. I thought he was going to go over to the outside, and he cut right up the middle and got the first. Under 2 minutes now in the half. Big possession for Marshall, trying to go up 2 scores. They're going to run the ball. Gets a big hit on him, but he gains 4 more. I feel like the only consistent that we even remotely have here is playing man coverage. Not a fan of it. As he's just going to get burnt. That's a touchdown. Marshall now up 10-0. Deshaun Davis is back to return. We need any sort of spark we can have on this offense would be fantastic. And Deshaun Davis has some space! And he's finally taken down! A shoestring tackle, or that would have been a kick return. 1st and 10 after the big return from Deshaun Davis. Let's see what they give us here. As we're just going to have to scramble out within. We can't even throw the ball away. I'm spamming the button and he won't throw it away. 2nd and 26 after the massive sack. That is a wide open pass to Deshaun Davis. He makes the catch. And he's all the way down to the 27-yard line. Deshaun Davis, burn him again. Some sort of lapse in coverage, and he's going to have another huge gash of yardage. Down to a minute left in the quarter. See what we have in store. It is almost intercepted. The corner played both receivers so well on that play. 2nd and 10. We just do not want to turn the ball over here. This is a big possession for us. If we could just get the ball out, and he missed him again. Another wide open receiver, and Chase is selling right now. He just must be feeling some pressure right now because he is just making so many inaccurate passes, and that pressure is so fast I can't even get it away. 4th and 19, I feel like we gotta go for it here. I really don't see another option here because we don't just want to give them the ball. But we're going to drain this down as much as possible before we hike it. I feel like this would be realistic as well. We're just out of field goal range. We just cannot make it from here. Good throw! Does he get the first? It is a first down for App State. What a pitch and catch to the tight end. And here it is. We have 10 seconds. We have time for a quick play. Oh, and a terrible pass, and it's intercepted. We tried to float it over him, and we did not in the slightest. Terrible pass from Chase. Just an absolutely terrible pass. You have to come away with points there. We're going to go to the half down 10-0. I just cannot believe that pass was so underthrown and behind that it led to an interception. It's just a terrible pass. And that one is as well. We find ourselves in these situations more times than not. And that's a huge stop. Deshaun McKnight in there for the 5-yard TFL. And it is 3rd and 15 now. And incomplete. He heard footsteps from Logan Dublin who made the hit, and it's going to be a punt. The 4 sacks allowed in the half has been very concerning. That's a nice run from Peoples. He gets about 5 there. But we need to allow less sacks. We need to get rid of the ball quicker or run the ball. We're going to try to ground and pound right now. I think trying to force the ball too much with Chase is giving us issues on offense. Oh, and he just trips on his own offensive lineman again. That has been a huge issue this game for us. 3rd and 5. Oh, and it's almost intercepted. He threw that so bad as well. After the excellent punt, they're going to be on their own 3-yard line. But we really need to get something going here on offense. Logan Dublin with a fantastic tackle. 2nd and 10. We're going to run commit, but they still get 6. 3rd and 4. See if we can bring some pressure ourselves. And they're going to fumble the football! They somehow pick it up, but that was a great strip from Logan Dublin. See if we can get Christian Wells involved here. Need a little something. And he's just going to get about 3. We're hoping we could get a little more there, but not much. Coach has another good play set up for us. This has been a good play for our offense. And the throw is missed. He had him again, but another inaccurate pass from Chase. So many inaccurate passes, and you can't win if there's so many of them. They add up, and it makes it so hard. So after the punt, Marshall looking to go up again in some yards. And they're just going to have to throw that away. That was snuffed out by the defense. Nick Ross was there. Need to make a good stop on defense here. Be very critical for us, and they're going to break another 2 tackles. This man is on something else right now. 3rd and 4, big 3rd down, 2 men in the backfield. Looks like it might be a run. It is not a run. And they're not going to get the first. 1st and 10. Next run here for Peoples as he gets 2. Just really have not been effective all game running the ball. Their coverage has been excellent as well. It's been making it very hard to move the ball. Deshaun Davis gets a nice move, but just couldn't get around the guy on the ground, and it's going to be a 3rd and short. Try to see if we can hit him with a little fullback dive. Haven't tried it yet today. Looks like they're expecting something, and it's 4th and inches. So many empty possessions on offense. We're not used to this. And that's a huge tackle for loss for Dexter Lawson Jr. We need a spark. We need something to ignite this defense. I mean, more or less this offense. Our defense has been playing okay. I mean, only allowing 10 points is pretty good. Great TFL from Ethan Johnson. 3rd and 15 now. We can definitely expect it's probably going to be a pass. It is not a pass. It's a run, but they're going to lose 2. So here we go. 1st and 10. Has a wide open pass to Caden Robinson for the 1st down. We're going to try to run the ball in the next down here. Cameron Peoples gets some space and gets 8 yards. He looked a lot quicker there. Does that mean that motivation is starting to be up for this team? Guess we will find out. But he's definitely looking quicker, and we're going to get the 1st down. Here we go. Pass to Dalton Stroman, and he's to the 1. We are inches away from the end zone. Try to punch it in with Peoples. He's in for the touchdown, and the comeback is starting. 7-10. So right now, that field goal is really coming back to bite us because this would be a tied game right now. And that is swatted down by Nick Ross. 2nd and 10. Dual backfield. One on each side. Going to run the ball. And Logan Dublin's there to catch him for 4 yards. Big 3rd down here. And he's going to make the catch. Ethan Johnson gets beat again on the slant. The only thing I can even really do is man coverage here. If I blitz, they destroy it. And that's a huge broken tackle. And he's going to get the first for 12 yards. We'll try to send a blitz here. See what we can do. And that is a great stop from Dexter Lawson. Maybe we'll try to hit a couple blitzes here in a row and see what we can do. 2nd and 11. And that's a great catch, and he's going to get the first down. The quarterback's been dotting us up under pressure. Try to go back to some man coverage again. We can allow a field goal, we just cannot allow a touchdown. And that is a huge tackle for loss. The whole team was in the backfield. Marshall just trying to run as much clock off of this as possible. 2nd and 11. They're going to throw that one away. They had the underneath route, but they did not want to take it. Big play here, 3rd and 11. And he gets the catch. He threw it between 2 defenders. Perfectly placed pass from their quarterback. That was insane. Ethan Johnson made a great break on the ball, but just a step too slow. Getting that first down is just absolutely huge for Marshall right now. And that's a good TFL from Nick Ross. It's a matter of we need to make tackles and we need to hold them to a field goal. 2nd and 11. Gonna hit him with a play fake. And that is a sack. That technically counts as a sack. It was a no gain at all. Very big 3rd down. We're going to expect a pass. And another sack from Hansky Palyant. Or no, that wasn't him. That was Steven Pasighiata. We're going to do field goal safe man block here just in case. They're probably not going to go for it. It is up and it is right down the middle. Big drive for App State and Chase Bryce. And Cameron's only going to get 1. We absolutely want to be running clock out here. What was that pass? I don't even know where it was going. Tyler Page with a nice catch. And he's going to get the first down. He kind of snuck that one in there just in time. We need to get back to the run game. We need to start chewing a little bit more here. Just going to kind of fall forward for another 4. Problem is there's probably enough time that we could get another possession if we really needed to. And that's a great pass to Caden Robinson. He's going to get leveled, but he gets 19. So honestly, we might just score here with enough time. Good pass to Deshaun, and he's going to get 9. And Cameron will get the first. Swapping to Excel clock. 1st and goal. Needs to power forward and get 7 yards. 3 yards away from the end zone. Gonna get a yard. 3rd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown with 28 seconds left. The extra point is up and it is good and we have the lead. And I cannot believe what is happening in this game. We're trailing all the way until 28 seconds left in this game. It is time for some big plays from our defense. I don't know why they did a draw play there, but we will take it. 2nd and 4. Pass committing for sure. They're going to run the ball with the quarterback and take a huge shot from Ronald Clark. There is 11 seconds left in this game. Pass committing, expecting a pass. Just can't let them gain enough for the first. 5 seconds left. There's no way it's a field goal. There's no way they're going to get in field goal range here. They have no time for that. We just cannot allow a touchdown. And that's a huge sack. Jordan Earl with the huge sack is going to bring up a 3rd and 12. This is the bowl game in the mix right here. No time left. Throws. It's incomplete, and App State's going to win with a fantastic come-from-behind victory in the last minute of the game. A huge, huge win for us. That's going to make us our 6th win, bowl eligible. And Cameron Peoples, I don't know how he's player of the game with only 58 yards, but we will take it. For the stats of the game, Chase Bryce, 16 for 26, 225, and an interception, 4 sacks. He did not really have a good game, like, to be honest at all. I mean, unfortunately, we were 25 passing yards away from hitting the goal for both of the recruits, which is kind of depressing. But running-wise, Cameron Peoples, apparently player of the game with only 58 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Davis, 79 yards. He had that nice 52-yard catch, which was huge for us to put us in a position. Defensively, Steven Passigiato with 2 sacks was absolutely huge. Jordan Earl, another sack, also massive. So again, a massive game for us with that huge win over Marshall, conference opponent win, and another win to get us our 6th win, making us bowl eligible. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video. We'll see what happens with recruiting next week after those couple people that came to visit, and we'll see what our next week is whenever we play against Texas State. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We're building this community together, so if you have any feedback for me, just drop a comment below and let me know. I try my best to read every comment in the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the content and want to know when the next video drops. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.